Remember when they hated, didn't think we make it. Now they break their neck just to look at me. Remember when I called you and you didn't fall through. Now you hate yourself, you can't look at me, look at me. Yeah. You made me.
And what up, what's good with y'all? All right, so today is a little change of pace. It's a little bit more slowed down and relaxed. I have a few things that I need to do first and foremost. First thing I need to do is I need to head over to Team 3 Wheel. I don't think I've showed you guys, but I have posted on Instagram and shown a few things about it. But I do have a custom set of wheels being made for the SE. Team 3 Wheel makes this custom design. It's a fully forged wheel. It's a one-off design, and right now it's in the prototype. And right now it's in the prototype stages. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to be taking the SC over to them. They're going to be measuring the distance between my old wheels, because they were literally like, probably like, let's see, is that a millimeter? About like that, about 1 or 2 millimeters away from touching the caliper. So they want to measure that. That way we can get the most lip and the most concave out of the other wheels that are going to be going on here. So once we get the front clearance and measurements down, then we know how much we need to shave off the back pad. And then as far as the rear, I already know what offset I want. So we kind of, we already know where we can go with that, far as where brake clearance is, because the fronts have the LS400 brakes, which are a lot bigger. And then you look in the rear pad doesn't protrude past the rotor at all. So you can see that. So the cool part about this type of design brake is you can get a flat face wheel and you can just run as much lip as you can fit to the fender without really having an issue with worrying about brake clearances. What y'all about to be seeing is kind of like the behind the scenes, and this will be the first look that you guys get to see of these new wheels. I don't even know if they have a name for them yet. So like, the cool part about Team 3 Wheel is not like a company that's just like, oh, we make a cool face, let's throw it on here. They're actually like sending these wheels out to get fully tested. They're putting loads on them. Like Scott, the owner of Team 3 Wheel, actually knows somebody at NASA, so these things go through like NASA grade testing, and it's like, it's crazy how precise and how structured these wheels are from like a racing standpoint, a braking standpoint, because they look at it as, oh, we don't want to be liable if you go down a road and this thing cracks or something like that. So they send them to like the extreme amount of testing for the faces, and then they get it all together and then they send it out for more testing. So it's pretty sick, because my car will be the first and only car with these wheels on here until they actually start producing them. And the cool part about it is they're actually letting me make slight changes and little things that I want to the design of the face, as far as like, oh, let's change the way this center cap looks, oh, maybe we should do spoke design kind of like this and change it up. So it's like, I don't know, it's cool that I get to work hand in hand with them on this wheel and, trying to put out something that maybe more consumers and stuff like that will like. I have a new set of the R888s. These are 275s, a little bit big on the front. You can see a tiny bit of rub. Like when you're riding on a road and stuff, it doesn't rub, but I guess during like a slight turn, it starts kind of rubbing right here, flying up, the rubber flying up. So these are 275 35s. I'm about to swap these down to a 265. Got some 265s on order, and hopefully that gives me just enough clearance to get by. I had a feeling that the 275s probably weren't going to work, but I decided to gamble with it and try it. No big deal. I have another set of wheels that I can throw these on as burners. Or just getting here to Team 3 Wheel just now, pulling up. I guess this fool decided to drive his car to work. Alright, so what we need to measure. We need to know how much back pad we need for the new wheels. So what we're going to do is take the measurements from the face, get the width and everything of the wheel, and then we're going to calculate it with the spacer on, because this is the proper spacing that we need. And then we need to know the distance between here and here. So Leo over here working on these right now. What size is this?
18.5.
18.5. Nice little lip. What's up, blood? Out here in the hazmat suit. So that's the new wheel that I'm gonna be showing y'all, but Scott gotta take the measurements and then we'll introduce y'all into the new Jammy right now. Y'all wanna sneeze? Nah. No. We'll show them that in a minute. This is the wizard tree right here. This man be doing geometry.
Smart ass.
So you need right here the 4 calibrations of X, the backspace, and the Y calculates to 4, and the square root of this one right here is going to give you your backspace, and that determines your offset for the rotation mass of the whole wheel.
Mike has this and it fits his car perfect, and we want to duplicate it, and he says it's just a certain offset. Well, it's hard to build to the offset because it's based off the center of the wheel. I want to know what it is from the backspace. So we put a straight edge out here and measure down to, you can't, in his case, you can't use the wheel because he's running a spacer. So you put the spacer on the wheel because the new wheel's not going to have that damn spacer. And there we go. You measure it, and this wheel comes up to 5 15/16 backspace.
He hates the word offset because, you know, people that build wheels and all this custom stuff is like, every time I mention offset, I don't care about that. I need to know the distance from X to Z, and then I can be like, man, offset, yo, offset. That's all we need to know. Watch this complication right here, yo. Alright, so now that we know that and have all this, now we go to the car, take measurements off of the front. That way we know how much distance we have and if we can run either the super concave face or the less concave face for the front. Why you running off, yo?
I'm going to get more crap.
He running off. He gonna bring out this jack. This dinky, big, tall, bulky jack like it was gonna fit under here.
Uh-oh.
And you came out here without your utensils, no pin?
I got it in the pocket. Okay, we want to know where this is in relationship to the mounting face so that it doesn't hit the back of the spoke, which is a problem, or have too much clearance. So we put a square on here. And you can do it like I'm doing it this way, or some people like to take the square and do it like this and then measure over to it. It gets you the same number. It's just, I like this, it's a little easier for me because the caliper's got a flat spot on the face of it. So you can come down, tighten the square up. This one's 1.5 inches. You want to leave a little clearance, about 1.5 millimeter to 1.5 millimeters. So we're at 1.5 inches. So that's 1.500. We're going to leave 1.5 millimeters. So that's going to be 60 thousandths more. So we're at 1.560, which is 1 9/16 clearance. C-A-R-N-C-E. So now on the back of the wheel, we're going to be able to cut the mounting pad exactly so that we have the right amount of clearance and the caliper clears the spoke. That way you end up with the maximum lip on the wheel and you don't have too much clearance here. There you go.
Bunch of math.
Yeah. That's what you get with a custom built wheel instead of an off-the-shelf wheel. Because we all know Mike wants as much lip as he can get.
That's what she said.
So, girl, what that lip do?
How much lip can I get?
Trying to get the maximum out of a lip. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna take all these measurements and take them to their 3-piece wheel dude, like, hey, build me some wheels based off these specs for maximum clearance. I have the same setup as him.
The same setup as Mike.
Ha ha.
I just did all the footwork for y'all. We good? My wheel can go back on?
Yeah.
So for shits and giggles, Granted that I have a 275 on here and I'm about to be downsizing this to a 265 later today. We're gonna check the weight on this wheel and the 19. You'll see the difference on this shit, bruh.
What the tire you at? Damn near 50.
So with the tire on here, 47.3. So now here go to 19 with the tire on there. The Big John.
Whoa. Almost 60.
58.4. I'm about to show you the new design wheel that we're working on right now as we speak. This wheel is fully forged, custom offsets, custom specs, pretty much whatever you'd want them to be. So with further ado, so here these Johns are. And this is just like the, I guess you could say this is like a prototype right now. This is only an 18 by 10. But you can get an idea what it looks like. The spoke face it's super concave. Like video really doesn't do it any justice. Let's see. I don't wanna dink it or nothing. But the face is super concave. My wheel's gonna have a lot more lip than this probably. But I really like this design of the wheel. Like the concave 6-spoke looks hella sick. This wheel right now I think it weighs with the humongous back spacing. So this is what we're measuring right here. You can see this one has a huge back spacing on it. So for my wheels we're gonna be chopping this down a lot, but even with all this material, this wheel still comes in at about 22 pounds, which is pretty good. So once we cut this off, you know, and get rid of the extra material, because like I said, this is still a prototype, then we'll know kind of a better idea what the weight is. Like my goal is to have it in an 18 by 11 and only have it about 23 pounds. Hopefully it doesn't go over 23 pounds, but since it's a fully forged wheel, it shouldn't go over 23 pounds. And if I wanted to, I could do a 18 by 12, but the route that I'm going with the SC at this point, it's like I don't want something that's gonna be too big that I'm not fully utilizing. And I think with 18 by 11, I can still get a meaty tire on there, like something that would be adequate for what I'm doing, and still have, you know, a good looking wheel. So I don't want to have something that's super wide and then I'm only running a 305, because at that point if I go with a 12 then I need to run like a 325, and you know, things just get hella big, things get heavier, and I want to keep the weight down. So you can kind of get an idea, similar something like this, so what it would look like. But I have free range of motion. Probably change the color of my face, probably do white to color match with the car, or leave it this color and just change the overall color of the car. I've been wanting to do like something dark for this car, maybe a gunmetal or a black once I'm tired of this, and I know Paradox is all down for it. So yeah, I think these wheels are gonna be sick as hell. So here you go, you can see this is the rear wheel, super concave deep, and then this would be a front wheel. This one isn't as concave, but the lip all depends on how much clearance and stuff that you have. So you can see this face is a little bit flatter, whereas this one definitely concaves a lot. So hard to pick up how much it concaves on camera, but there's a good amount of concave on here. So you can see them both side by side. So right now what we're trying to figure out is, obviously, you know, I want to run the double concave. So we're trying to see if we can get these wheels to fit on the front based on the measurements and stuff that we took and how much clearance we have. So if we have enough clearance, then I can run these faces on the front and rear. But if we don't have enough clearance, then I can run this front on there with more lip, and then we can go from there. So this is the face right here. Back actually shows a lot better. So if that's the front face of the wheel, this is how much concave you have. So just pulling up to AVN, and as soon as I get here, this man talking smack like he want the smoke. Do you let me know if you want the smoke while this on video? Hey, the title gonna look so good saying old ass SC300 Gap Porsche, 800 plus horsepower Porsche at that. It's real clickbait. Let me know if you want that smoke. You know what I'm saying? So this is Porsche right here. You know what I'm saying? If he really want the smoke, he'll pull this thing out and get this gap one time. .800 horsepower. I'm all for it. All for it. So for shits and giggles, through the console zone, these are the wheels I was supposed to be running on here before I got the RPF ones, but everybody's been dropping the ball since I've been trying to get these. Nobody had them in stock, so that's why I ended up getting the RPF ones. So just pulling up to JDM Engine Bay. Obviously, if I'm here, that means one thing. No, I'm not doing the giveaway. Hey, no, I'm not doing the giveaway. We're here to check out another VQ because we are on VQ number 5 now. Damn, man. 5th VQ coming right now. I should just give up on these shits, yo. I should. It's like an abusive relationship where the girl keeps going back. She's like, but I love him. That's exactly what this is. But I love it. I'm trying to make it work. I'm trying to save my relationship with VQs. What's up, girl? Are you gonna be good to me? Are you gonna love me the way I want to be loved? Or is your partner gonna love me how I want to be loved? Which one of y'all gonna be loyal? We're about to be shaking JDM Engine Bay. We got those 2 little ladies over there, but we didn't even pick either one of those. We actually picked the little baby over there that was in the corner. You feel me? Because that one looked clean. Transmission was hella clean on there. So if the transmission fluid's clean, that means it's a good indication that it has low miles. So we're gonna run with that one instead of these 2. Yeah, it was automatic trans, so it wasn't dogged out and skidded by the JDM people out there in Japan. So we're gonna try another VQ. All right, what's good with y'all? Just pulling up to the house right now. Just left JDM Engine Bay and decided on what VQ I wanted to go with. I know everybody's like, "Go Jay-Z, do it." I'm so down to go Jay-Z, but I have so much money invested in these VQs, like this supercharged setup with everything that it has. Like, I don't know, I just don't want to walk away from it yet. And at the end of the day, if I decide to sell the car, I can sell the car for the exact same price with the supercharger or with the Jay-Z. It's not really gonna make a difference as far as like what the price value of what I'm gonna be asking for the car is if I decide to sell it. So I'm trying to have fun with the VQ. I really like my cars to have different platform motors, hence the Jay-Z in here, the SR and the 300ZX, the LS and 350Z. So, you know, I like to keep my cars with different platforms, and if I already have a Jay-Z and I do another Jay-Z, it takes from the uniqueness of it. So I just like to have that option open and just to be versatile with my builds. But ordered, went and got another VQ. I'm gonna wait before I have them ship it. We're gonna do a compression leak down test, everything on there, check all that out. We're gonna get the motor out of the G35 and everything first, and then once we're ready, we'll have them drop the new motor off, and then they'll take the old motor back with them. I'm gonna wrap this up, call it a day. I'll inform y'all on what's going on some more later, but I need to go in here. I'm gonna hop in the shower, then I'm about to just start editing footage. So until next time, see y'all later.
I've been going too crazy, these niggas too shady. Speed limit 65, I'm about to do 80. Fucking niggas hating on, I've been on the come up. You can go to speed, but it's better if you run up. You can ride with a nigga, but I'ma give you a choice. If you really wanna holler, then I'ma give you a